when the women gather, when the women gather, things began to change. When the women gather, when the women gather, when the women when the women gather, when the women gather, when the women gather, don't you know things begin to change, when the women come on, sing it with me. I know the thing. Oh yeah, the thing. I know the thing. Begin to know. Oh yeah, the thing. I know begin to know. Oh yeah, the thing. My Lord began to The women gather because our children are dying. Truth be told, we are dying too. Of cancer, of AIDS, of injustice, of hate and poverty. The women gather because we are called to meet a need, intercede in prayer, prostrate with faces to the ground, knee bent, and arms outstretched in surrenderance, to travail, wail, like women giving birth to babies, both spiritual and natural. The women gather to share, to wrap our arms around our sisters in love, supporting with nurturing. The women gather to listen, hearing with an inner ear, to speak, to teach, to be an example. We gather to reconcile and reunite. The women gather to empower each other and let our voices be heard. We gather to tear down walls of separation. And we gather because many of us are hurting. Hell, we're half dead. We need healing, and we need our sisters to wrap their arms around us because because we have been used, abused, and often confused about our circumstances and situations. The women gather to wipe tears. We gather from across the continents, neighborhoods, communities, and families. The women gather to protect our rights and resound our voices, raise them high in solidarity, in protest, to disrupt things, shake up the status quo. The women gather because God calls us for such a time as this. Our sisters call us to meet a need, comfort, support, mentor, advise. The women gather to cook meals, clean homes for the sick and shut in, to lift up the downtrodden, heal the wounded. The women gather to work. For so built we the wall, because the women had a mind to do so. And to be there without anyone asking for us. We feed the hungry, we clothe the naked. The women gather to create, to encourage, to uplift and edify, serving with an open heart, not oppressively driven, moving onward and upward with a made-up mind, an open heart. The women gather to celebrate each other. Lives lived, lives given. We gather because it is innate, it's natural, it's sisterhood. The women gather because we must gather in order to change things. The time is now, so the women gather.
Walk in your blessings and let the journey commence. Let your light shine bright, little girl. Let your light shine bright, little boy. Let your light shine bright, little girl. Let your light shine bright, little boy. Let your light shine. I see the enemy consuming you. It's like talking to a brick wall, no words can get through. Tough on the outside, but with the eyes of the truth. And you don't got time to feel, cause we relying on you, young king. If they never told you what you're worth, I'm here to tell you you've been invaluable since your birth. Hello mothers, hello fathers, I've been looking, I done found you, and you have failed us. But you never wanna take the blame, and you've been wrong. But you never want to take the shame. But we here now, and we ready to claim what is owed to us, what you bestowed to us. You act like this, the life that we chose. But you chose for us, and we've been looking for your love, yeah, it's gold but you put your noses to the sky. You said he's scolding us. Tell me how we supposed to take to the throne if you can't see what's been inside of us all along. If you can't see the greatness we hold within ourselves, tell me how we gon' win without your help. How we gon' get to the victory lap if you ain't looking now? Who watching our back? Let your light shine bright, little girl. Let your light shine bright, little boy. Let your light shine bright, little girl. Let your light shine bright, little boy. Let your light shine bright, let it shine, shine. Let your light shine bright, little boy. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let your light shine bright, let it shine, shine. Let your light shine bright, little boy. Listen, this is the moment of declaration. Don't waiting on reparations. Don't waiting on the hand or a pot to piss in. It's time we tell our story, reclaiming our glory. It's time we get up and take a stand. This is the moment it all changed. The moment of trying time. Keep moving forward till we triumphant through this war time. It's time we lift up our sisters, prayers for our brothers. Keeping on till we get to the promised land. I am the future you needed. Ghosts of past futures. Let my flesh die so now my spirit flows from within. We owe our life to our children. We pouring greatness into them. Get it right for the first time, cause ain't no second chances. This is the cream of the crop. This is the tip of the top. This is the hope and the dream. This is the by any means. This is the necessary moment. Change a prince to a king. This is the moment of glory. Let the commencement begin.
And now, let me bring out Andrea Thomas and friends, and she will be joined by our house band here. Aren't they great? Give them a big round of applause. The Music Company.
Dreams, believing dreams, pursuing dreams. No matter how impossible it seems, then realizing this dream's not all about me. So I gotta go, gotta show, you gotta know. There's divine purpose inside of you. Don't miss this opportunity to let it shine through. Not to brag or boast, but what I say is true. This song's to celebrate all the things you do. It's what you do, how you do, why you do. Yeah, it's what you do, how you do, why you do. Oh, it's what you do, how you do, why you do. Yeah, it's what you do, how you do, why you do. Oh, my sister, hold your head up high. And baby girl, wipe those tears from those pretty eyes. Don't believe the lies. God's got big plans for your life. Just remember that it's not all just for you. You gotta reach out and help someone to share the truth that's been instilled in you. Not to brag or boast, what I say is true. from them. What you do, how you do, what you do, and confused. What you do, how you do, what you do. Said I'm gonna hear what you do, how you spread my love. Teaching values, building from them. What you do, how you do, what you do, and community. What you do, how you do, oh, it's what you do.
It's just so nice. Annie has done a fantastic job of expanding this. And look at her. I'm here after Aronoff. Wow. You know, and I told this story last year, and I'll share it with you. Tonight I knew we were coming into the big hall. Last year I thought we were in the small hall. I had on my small voice. But I knew I was coming into the big hall tonight. So I just wanted to talk to you just a little bit. Boy, I tell you, I better keep my day job. And even though the lights are down, give Annie a big round of applause. We can't thank her enough. Because, you know, we all meet folks who look like they have been eating too many raw lemons or something. They're just all frowned up. But anytime I run into Annie, she is full of life, got that smile on her face. And always wanting to help somebody else. And you know, this is the showing that how much we love you. Look at this, all these people out here. Gotta be 27 or 28 people out there, right?
Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ, ẹ màmá jẹ́ ká lọ, Sáfíríkà ilẹ̀ wa. Do you feel like you're in Africa yet? What the? Okay. The song I'm singing is saying, let us go. If you don't feel it yet, now you're going to. It's saying, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ, ẹ má jẹ́ ká lọ. Sáfíríkà ilẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí Nàìjíríà. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí Uganda. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká lọ. Botswana, South Africa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká lọ. Sáfíríkà ilẹ̀ wa. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ kékeré ẹ má jẹ́ ká lọ. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà ẹ má jẹ́ ká lọ. Tarúgbó tomidán. Actually, it's not about me anymore. I have a mission. When I was coming here tonight, I knew I was going to be doing this and jabberish. But do you know you were going to be performing tonight? So I have two songs on my mind. The first one is like a chant. We're going to chant together with one voice. Please, you're going to join me. The second one is a song of peace and unity. The first one, we want to cleanse. And the second one, we want to say, okay, we can survive this as long as we have each other. Just like my sister Annie Ruth is celebrating women tonight. So the first one that we're going to sing together says, Can we try together? Just
can do it, I swear to you. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, oh, oh. As you are chanting, think about someone that is suffering right now. Ah, 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 ah. And then turn your chant to positive energy to them. Oh, 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 oh. A lot of people have done this with me. It's powerful. Ah, 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 ah. We can do better than we are in the big hall. Oh, oh, oh. Now I'm going to turn it up a notch. Let's see together. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, 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 oh. I can't hear you. Please sing with us. Ah, 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 ah. Sounds more like it. Let's sing together. Oh, 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 oh. Let's sing for peace in Cincinnati. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, 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 oh. Let's sing for peace in Ohio. Ah, 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 ah. With one voice. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, 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 oh. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, 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 Thank you. Now, so that I won't be playing this drum, I won't be looking at. So the next one is that song of peace I was talking about and unity, and it goes like this. Ah, hey, 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 ah. That one is simple, right? Ah, hey, 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 ah. We can do better than that. Ah, hey, hey, hey. Let us sing together, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, everybody together. Ah, ah, hey, hey, hey. We are all we got. We are all in this together, believe me. Ah, ah, hey, hey, hey. Let us sing together for peace and unity in America. Ah, hey, hey, hey. Let us sing for peace and unity in Africa, our mother fatherland. Ah, ah, hey, hey, hey. Ashe hami, ashe okaye ewaka lese. Ah, don't stop. Hey, ashe hami, ashe let us sing together now. Ah, hey, hey, hey. Ashe hami, ashe okaye ewaka lese. Ah, hey, hey, hey. Ashe hami, ashe okaye ewaka lese. Ah, hey, hey, hey. Bimoni, bimoni, oh, na yemi, oh, kare. Ah, hey, hey, hey. Ema toju hara niha, etoju hara ile. Ah, hey, hey.
Now, probably some of you needed to let some things out. So I'm gonna see if I can I get them to do ah one time? Hey, hey. So Somebody check those back doors.
Good evening, everyone. So this aria is from Puccini's opera La Bohème. At this point in the opera, Musetta has broken up with Marcello, and she sings this aria to make him jealous and to possibly win him back.
This next person, I tell you, I've known her for, wow, almost 30 years. You know, I met her when I was 6. Sharon Draper was a teacher here in Cincinnati. Got all this national recognition. The president would call her and send her these notes, and then she started writing these books and was recognized all over the world, but right here in Cincinnati. And so we are proud to welcome home our friend, our dear friend, Sharon Draper.
We're here tonight to celebrate ourselves, to remember the past, and to dream for our future. And as I was trying to think of what to say tonight, I was thinking of my grandmother and the fact that I used to look up to my grandmother, and now I am one. And that's what we do, though. We continue it on to the next generation. So I'd like to share with you a poem that I wrote called Prayers of the Grandmothers. And part of it is memory, and part of it is the voice of the grandmother, and you will recognize her. I remember my grandma's home cooking. She'd hum and she'd mix and she'd stir. She could make buttered bones taste delicious if that's all the fixings there were. Stay safe, my child, she'd whisper. Come home to me each night. The sun is gold, the trees unfold, and danger hides from sight. I remember my grandma's lap nap times, where dreams would lie wrapped in her arms. She would sing of old pain and lost glory. of the long ago days on the farms. Don't talk back, she'd tell me. Move not to left or right. Stay safe, my child, she'd whisper. Come home to me each night. I remember my grandma's strong fingers as she brushed and she braided my hair. My scalp and my brain would just tingle as she wound her own memories there. Let them see your hands, she said. Don't run, just walk, hold tight. Stay safe, my child, she'd whisper. Come home to me each night. I remember my grandma's old wash tub. It was battered and made out of tin. Warm bubbles made baths seem like magic, and nighttime and dreams could begin. Breathe slowly, she would tell me. Swallow pride and fright. Stay safe, my child, she'd whisper. Come home to me each night. I remember my grandma's soft blankets and a large squeaky four-poster bed, the faint smell of mothballs and cedar, and her warm breathing close to my head. The world is full of promise, and dreams you shall ignite. Stay safe, my child, she'd whisper. Come home to me each night. I now give the grandmother's warnings with mac and cheese spoonfuls of love. I show them the joy and the rainbows, wrapped in hope on the wings of a dove. Stay safe, my child, I whisper. Come home to me each night. My grandmother was my standing stone. And when I first heard this song performed by Melody DeMore and the Muse Choir, and you should know the Muse Choir, they are amazing. These are representatives for years. And when I first heard that song, it reminded me of my grandmother. And it reminded me of the strength that we must have between each other. We need to be each other's standing stone. Whether you are a mother or a grandmother or a sister or an uncle or an auntie or a child, if we don't stand for each other, who will? As you hear the words to this song, as they begin singing, I want you to find someone that you promise that you will be that standing stone for, that you will be there for. So I want you to stand and grab a hand as you hear it. Let them begin. I will be your standing stone. Find somebody you will stand for and hold their hand. Hold their hand. Tell them you will stand for them. I will stand by you. Touch them and tell them, I will be your standing stone. I will stand by you. Real quiet, just hold their hands and listen to them sing. Hold their hands. Your standing Okay, thank you.
By the way, if you're still holding hands with someone, let go. I was saying backstage, you know, it's interesting when kids, they hold hands real quick. But adults, boy, you get a little skeptical when you want to hold hands. But you know, we need to do that more often. It feels good. It really does. And how about this band, huh? And so if all our honorees and prior honorees would join our founder on stage, we would appreciate that. Come on up if you want to. She's saying, come on up. Again, Annie Ruth.
Oh my goodness, this has just been an awesome evening. I've been chugging hot tea for a while because, you know, my voice kind of left me there. But, you know, I am so blessed to be part of this city, to be part of this community. It has been the love of sisters and women who have wrapped their arms around me. If you notice in the program, I dedicated this night to a beautiful sister who I met when I was only 13 years old. And I met her as a court-appointed counselor. And during that time, I was growing up and my mom was battling with an illness that is kind of still taboo today because people don't want to talk about it. She was battling mental illness. And I was sent to live with my father. And during that time, there were a lot of family tragedies. My grandmother and aunt were murdered. And my sister was actually there, and she was a teen mom. And so they assigned me this court-appointed counselor who came into my life and exposed me to things I had never seen before. I learned what all those different forks on the table were for. She took me to the UC Law Library as she worked on her doctorate. I went to restaurants and learned how to act and do. And the most important thing that she poured into me was the power to dream and to achieve and to do whatever I do in excellence. So that balcony is filled with beautiful young people. It touches my heart tremendously because I want them to see themselves as they see the beautiful women that are here. And oh, are they so beautiful. My mamas, my daughters, my sisters, the hue of the rainbow is awesome. That's what it's all about. When the women gather, we gather to empower each other. We gather not to judge, we gather to lift up. And so if not anything, I want you to remember that this night is a night of encouragement, to remind us to be our best. And if you notice that there are men in the group as well, about 5 years ago, it's important that we as women uplift our men. Our sons, our husbands, our uncles, they need to hear positivity coming from us. We need to pour into them. And I recently traveled to Africa, then I'm going to dive in and do our closing song. But in August, I traveled to Africa. And the women of the village, many had walked for 3 hours to get there, to get what I had poured in. And if many of you might not know, during this time last year at Dada Rafiki, I was going through hell myself. And when Karen Bankston caught me on this stage, those were tears of just release. And she caught me in her arms and she uplifted me. And that's what it's all about. We have to uplift each other. It's okay to hurt. But it's also okay to be there, to be that sister, to raise those arms up and say, you can do it, girl. I'm here with you. I'm praying. And I will catch you if you fall. So this song right here, I wrote back in 2002. I'm going to tell you, I can't really sing soprano, but I love some Yolanda Adams, and they had a little contest, who could sing the best to Yolanda Adams soundtrack. And so I was in the bathtub, and God said to me, you don't have to sing a Yolanda Adams song, I'm giving you your own song. So I'm gonna tell you, give it up for Andrea Thomas. She helped me arrange my sister, my friend. And y'all can tell my voice is kind of like leaving me, so when I pass the mic over to Carla, we all gonna sing it together. But right here in the background, y'all know we're gonna do the sister sway, right? And that's simply, I make up dances because I can't really, I don't know how to dance, so I just make it up. So out there in the audience, if you want to join us, stand to your feet, everybody. And we're going to do my sister, my friend. Y'all ready? Let's do this. Okay. Come on, put your hands together. And yes, the brothers can sing this too. Are y'all looking good? Oh. All right. Now, I told y'all make up dances, right? When I'm up or down, I can count on you to be around. 'Cause you are my sister, my friend. Say yes you are. Yes you are. You are my sister, my friend. Whether right or wrong, you never ever let me alone. 'Cause you are my sister, hey, my friend. Say yes you are, hey. Yes you are. You are my sister, my friend. Do your hands like this, like this. You pray, you stay, and you show me that God would make a way for me. Ooh, hey, yes you are. Hey, you are my sister, my friend. Now listen, if they ever ask you what sister is, you tell them this, okay? Sister is a statement of loving unconditionally, supporting one another, respecting each other's individuality, sharing and giving. And for all that you have done and just being unique to you, I give this token as a statement of my sisterly love. But you have been more than a sister. Hey, you have been a friend. Take it home. Hey, you are. You are. Now, what? Grab it now. Put those hands back together. Here we go. Oh, you are. I'm a sister. Oh, give me one. Here we go. Here we go. Say you my sister, friend, girlfriend. My sister, friend, girlfriend. My sister, 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 sister. Sister, friend, sister, friend. You're my girlfriend, girlfriend. You're my girlfriend, girlfriend. You're my sister, friend, girlfriend. Sister, friend, sister, friend. You're my girlfriend, girlfriend. You're my sister, friend, my girlfriend. Sister, friend. Come here, Kathy. I know. Come on, girl. Kathy, come on, Kathy. Kathy Lewis, yeah, come on. Give a little bit, girl. Give a little bit. Now you're my sister, friend, girlfriend. My sister, friend, girlfriend. Now you're my sister, friend, girlfriend. Oh, your sister, girlfriend. Hey, my sister, friend, girlfriend. Hey, my sister, friend, girlfriend. You gonna take us home, girl? All right, get to it. You're my sister. You're my friend. You're my sister. You're my friend. You're my sister friend. You're my sister friend. You're my sister friend. You're my sister friend. You're my sister, my friend, my sister, my friend, my sister, my friend, my sister. Hey, you're my sister friend, girlfriend. My sister friend, girlfriend. Sister friend, girlfriend. Sister friend, hey, sister friend. You're my sister friend. My sister friend. I got a cousin sister friend here. And I dedicate this to her. Yeah, hey, you're my sister, my friend. My sister, my friend. You're my sister, my friend. My sister, my friend. You've been there till the end. 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 You're my sister, my friend. My sister, my friend. My sister, my friend. My sister, my friend. You're my sister, my friend. My sister, my friend. My sister, my friend. Now in the audience, turn to your neighbor and give him a high five. Come on, give him a high five. Oh, give him a high five. Say, I love you, sister. A high five or a hug. Say, it's on you. Yes, you are. You are my sister, my friend. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for coming out. Make sure you go out there in the lobby and support the artists and the bands. And hopefully I'll see you all out there in the community. Raise your hands like this. And a big kiss for the road. Catch it.
Good night, everyone. God bless you.
Sister girlfriend. Good to see you.